Namaskar, sir.
Recording
Namaskar,
stopped.
Kiti.
Namaskar, everybody.
Dr. Kashvi was saying that she wants to go abroad. So it will be useful for her. She is very young right now, but some of them want to keep this option also. And your tips will be very useful to them.
Okay, first of all, let me know why they want to go abroad. That will probably, I will understand more and try to answer in a more relevant way to their queries.
She was saying for further studies.
Yeah, I mean, yes, all right, for further studies, but how old is she now?
Both, I think some of them have not joined yet, but some might be wanting to go for job later on, some to settle down. So 3 options are there.
So
Kashvi, Dr. Saab is asking, why do you want to go abroad?
Kashvi, your audio is probably muted.
Yes, Kashvi.
What, sir?
You were saying you want to go abroad. You want to go abroad for studying or for settling down there for job?
Yes, sir, for studies.
Kashvi, how old are you?
Sir, I am 9 years old.
You are 9 years old, and you want to go abroad for studies. So
yes,
what kind of studies? At the moment, you are in 5th standard or 4th standard?
Sir,
I couldn't hear. There was a audio problem.
Sir, I want to be a doctor.
You want to become a doctor. So, do you know that in India there are so many medical schools?
Yes, sir. And I'm fond of.
Okay, and you are saying that you want to go abroad. Now, by abroad, what do you mean? Which country you think you want to go?
Sir, your voice is not clear.
My voice is not clear. Can you hear me? Devesh, can you hear me?
It is slightly dim. If you could raise a bit, it is slightly dull.
Okay, I'll bring it near. Can you hear me? Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay, so Kashvi, which country you think you should be going, or you have some ambition to go?
Sir, actually your voice is really not clear.
Not even.
I can't hear you.
Not even now.
He's asking, do you have any country in mind where you want to go?
Actually, no, sir. Okay.
I think you will have to guide them, Dr. Saab. They are not very clear.
As far as I know, for medical, first of all, you have to clear a degree in India, like MBBS. If you are planning to go to a country like UK or US, you have to first clear a degree which is MBBS of India, or in some other country. People have been going to China, Ukraine, Mauritius, and they try to do MBBS from these countries as well. And then if they want to go to USA, they have to clear one exam that is called USMLE. So after you clear that exam, and in that exam also there are written papers, and one of the exam is conducted at different centers. The last exam of that is, and many people go outside India, because I think there is no center in India for that last exam, which is a USMLE exam. So if you are planning to go to US, first degree you have to do in India. Then for your second degree, or what you call residency, or what is also called postgraduate degree in India. So for that you come to USA, but for that you have to clear this exam. So I know this much about medical, going to become a doctor to come to US. And I think UK also the same story, that you have to first have MBBS from India or somewhere, some other country, and not directly in UK. I don't know much about Australia and Canada.
I can add, if I'm not wrong, many students go for MBBS to Eastern Europe and Ukraine, etc., even to China, because getting admission in MBBS in India is slightly more difficult, and it is also very costly here if you go for private MBBS colleges. And it is a little cheaper in these East European countries. So there, Kashvi, you can go. But of course, in India also, MBBS is very, very good. And you have to prepare for the NEET exam. This exam is called NEET, NEET. Okay. Just now, you just focus on biology. Have a very good grasp on biology and your science. Yes, Dr. Shah, please carry on.
Yeah, but Kashvi, you are in which standard? Fifth standard?
Yes, sir.
So you are still very young. It's a long way, and this NEET exam is after your high secondary, your school. Last year of your school, you appear in this NEET exam, and based on your marks, you will be able to get into some college of medical science. Okay, Kashvi, but your focus has to be on science and mainly biology. Okay, Kashvi,
Okay, sir.
does it answer your question, or you have some any more question?
No, sir.
No.
No more questions.
Okay. Bhavya is joined. Bhavya, you also want to go abroad?
So like I want to become an IAS officer, so I will be doing UPSC and IAS in the post in India only, so I will be cracking the UPSC paper and then becoming the IAS. I will be not going, I'm not going abroad from other things. I will be not going to the other foreign countries.
Okay, very good. Very good.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Sir, I have to say a thing.
Who is this, Weber?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Weber, tell me.
Sir, as we say that we have to go in outer countries and we have to do job in outer countries. Why? But why we have to do in outer countries? We have to. We can do in our country also. And sir, that we say in many videos also I have seen in YouTube that they say East or West, India is the best. So we can do in India only. Why we have to need to go to other countries?
Okay. One correction, though, don't use the word
For
outer
money,
country.
for money.
Outer country. Don't use
Yes,
the
sir,
word
outer
Sir,
countries.
for money
outer
we
countries.
used to for salary.
So other
Outer
countries.
countries will be not a correct word. We should use other countries.
Yeah, you use the word other countries. All right. Now I am happy with your views.
Yes, sir.
Anybody else?
So, excuse me, sir.
Divyam.
Yes, sir. I
Divyam.
want to ask some. Sir, I want to ask some questions from Divesh, sir.
But
Yes,
Divyam.
yes, Divyam.
Okay, go ahead.
Excuse me, sir. You have added me in the
Yes. You will get a link now every morning. Please, all of you are invited to tell about your career plan, and if going abroad is you need any guidance, you can ask Dr. because he was a principal of a very good college in Delhi University, and now his son is also abroad, and
Excuse
he
me,
is
sir.
also right now USA. You can take any information about USA from him.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
Divesh, sir.
yes,
Sir, you add me in the uh,
yes,
brainstormers group.
yes.
Okay, sir.
Hi, sir. You said Ashish.
Ashish,
So-
yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Ashish.
So
Ashish, give me your introduction.
yeah,
I am
I'll
seeing-
definitely give you. Yeah. So my introduction. So I am basically from Jaipur. I'm working in one of the MNC in in Ronaldson, right? So recently I was offered an opportunity to work in UK. However, I'm kind of in a dilemma, right? Whether I should go or I shouldn't go. And then there are certain parameters, of course, which I'm actually evaluating for myself. Okay, of course. So comp is one of the parameters, then cost of living, and then does it really make sense to go there and then spend time? Would you get the right exposure, or is it just like a view which says that okay, grass is always greener on the other side, right? So that's my dilemma, and I'm not yet decided that whether I should go or not. So I just what do you say? Like so since you have been in US for quite some time, and I think as I just got to know, right? So yeah.
Ashish, what is your background? What is your education background?
Yeah, so I did my engineering and it's been almost, I would say, 15 years in the industry.
Excuse me, sir.
And
I want to ask.
Wait,
Yes,
Divyam,
beta,
wait.
right now, Dr. Saab is answering Ashish. Just raise your hand, we will come to you also.
Ashish, you are basically in your middle age. So I guess
Yeah.
you are around
Yeah.
around 40, 35, 40.
No. Yeah, 35. So yeah.
Yeah,
35.
you said you already put in 15 years in industry. So
Yeah.
you are around that. So there are
Yeah.
few points to be understood.
Sure.
First, you mentioned financial, that cost of living, etc. So you have to see what is being offered to you in your UK position, and you have to compare. You have to compare whether that is how does it compare with your Indian financial living. I mean,
So
your finances in India, and you compare it with your finances in UK. Of course, you have to work out what you will get and what you will
Yeah.
spend and what you will be
Yeah.
able to save. That's
Yeah.
one thing. That is one thing. Second question is regarding the job profile.
Yeah.
Are you happy with your job profile in India, or you are feeling that you can do better? You are not happy with this, and
So
maybe in UK. Let me talk. You can again raise questions. So in UK, you may have a different job profile, a different kind of people with whom you will be working, and also the different environment, right? So
true.
and the in general lifestyle in India and lifestyle in UK. So these are few questions to be understood. Now here
Yeah.
I may just add few things. When we come to lifestyle, uh, in India we have a, you see, you are, as I see, you are almost 35. So your main contacts in UK will be your
Employer.
your other employees in the company,
True.
right? At this age, it will be difficult to make friends amongst the general public.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like when you are a student, then you make friends amongst those 15 years, 16 years, 20 years, 20. So those are more free people. Now,
True.
since you are around 35 or so, your interaction will be with the people of the same age. Now, these people are in a foreign country. They are so busy with their own personal lives that
Yeah.
to make friendship with them will be very superficial. So this is one matter with the lifestyle of the foreign country, UK or US, in these countries. Of
Mhm.
course, the financial aspect, you have to see yourself that how much you
Right.
can save, how much you will be better off. As far as working part is concerned, my experience of working abroad and in India, uh, I would I would say that everybody should learn to work learn the I should everybody should get the experience of working abroad. Somehow I have a feeling that in India we do not have a absolutely good work culture,
True.
whereas in UK, countries like UK, USA, or in general in Europe, the work culture is such that it teaches you a lot of things. It teaches you perfection. First of all, it teaches you perfection. Secondly, it teaches you discipline, and thirdly, it also teaches you teamwork, which in general, in our Indian scenario of working, we lack. Our attitude
Yeah.
towards work is that, half-heartedly we work. We do not have any loyalty to wherever we are working. And discipline we always lack. And in my opinion, working in a foreign country will teach you a lot about work culture. So these are my points. Now you have some more questions. I will be able to answer.
No, I think you pretty much answered everything what I was trying to look, what I was trying to get. So of course you said the comp is something like I'm gonna decide on, like, right. So I was mostly worried about the second point which you brought up. You know, getting along with the people who are already in the middle of their age, like, and then because they themselves are so busy, and so you have very less chances to get along with people and then build your own community. So the only people to whom you're going to interact on a daily basis is like your people who are working with you, right? So yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, thanks for your suggestion. Of course, I'm gonna do some more research and I'll decide accordingly. But I really appreciate your help here.
I mean, these are my own experience, because I also went abroad first time when I was 32.
Okay. All right.
So,
Around same time.
okay then. Okay, Ashish.
Ashish,
Thank you.
I would like to add one point.
Sure, sir.
I think health is very important for everyone,
Yeah.
and contamination in the food chain, pollution levels, etc., are much higher in India. I
Mhm.
think one of the biggest advantage of living abroad is that you find less pollution, and also food is safer. Although, of
Mhm.
course, we have different tastes in food, but all that can be managed. On everything as a minus, also on the negative side, you have to see that family life and friend circle, they have very different values, etc. Wait,
Yeah.
beta. So this plus on plus side, I think health factor is very important, and on negative side, family life is not. Family values are not good abroad.
True. Yeah, you absolutely said right. So, yeah, I think these were the things which is in fact forcing me to think about my decision whether to go or not go. So I'm just jotting it down and deciding on.
And
Okay,
also one more thing which I feel is that except in USA where there is mixed population now, there's a more crime. But otherwise, reliability and truthfulness is more in the West and also Japan. There is much less corruption. There is much less uh, fake postures. People are more reliable. You know, one small thing, you can even leave your child in a pram while you are shopping. You can leave. Nobody kidnaps, etc. In
yeah.
countries like Ireland or Scotland or Japan. No one, very few theft cases. So it's a joy to live in such an environment. People are more honest, more they speak what they think. There is less
Mhm.
of fraud and hypocrisy. Hypocrisy is much less, I think. But if you are an extrovert, you like India's friends and family life, then you will be slightly uncomfortable. But one gets adjusted to that. I would stay in India only because I felt that I want to serve my country. I want to do something. But I was very clear. Living conditions are much better in the West. Much better. The more money is the not the important thing. Important thing
Yeah.
is that people are more honest over there. I don't
True.
know, Jayaprakash ji, what would you like to say about honesty?
Yeah, you see, we have to understand that in these countries, the rule of law is more strict. So you have fewer chances of being dishonest. You can't escape punishment if you try to do something wrong. Whereas in India, you become dishonest because you know that nothing will happen to you. I mean, you can break the rule and get away with. But in these countries, you can't do that. Now, when you mentioned about leaving a child on a pram, you can't leave a child in a pram unattended in a mall or in a store. You have to be there. I remember when I was in Italy, I had two kids. My daughter was around 5, and the son was about sorry, my daughter was about 7, and my son was about 5. So one day I took them to park, and there was a neighborhood shop. I thought of leaving both of them in the park and go to the shop. But immediately there was a what you call a garden keeper or somebody who was looking after the garden. He immediately stopped me from going outside the garden and said that if you want to leave outside the garden, you have to leave take your children along. And similarly, in USA, even at home, you can't leave a child unattended till he or she is 11 years old. If you have a child in a home, you can't kind of lock the home and leave your home. You have to keep a babysitter till the child is 11. So here the rules are so strict that you have to become honest.
Yes, Divyam, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. I come late, so I don't know the topics, sir. So this
Topic is do you want to go abroad, and how can you go planning your migration for studies or
Okay,
working
sir.
abroad? Now, anyone else would like to ask?
Some more questions.
You want to stay in India?
Yes, sir.
You want to stay in India or go abroad also?
Sir, I want to stay in India.
Okay, very
Sir,
good.
I want to stay in
I
India,
don't
but
want.
I want to.
I don't want to go in any foreign country, sir.
Okay. Khushi also wants to stay in India. Good.
I want to stay in India but I want to travel world also.
Okay.
Like sir,
So I
same
think,
goes.
Dr. Saab, you could tell them
Excuse me, sir.
about short travel abroad, what all to see, and how to go about passport, visa, etc.
Yeah, everybody. Divyam, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. I want to say
Yes.
that, sir. I do not like to go abroad from India, but I want to go abroad from the India because I have some situations. Because I am a sports person. I will meet a sports person. So I have to go the out of state for playing the match.
What game do you play, Divyam?
So I will become cricketer.
You play cricket, or you want to become a cricketer?
Sir, I want to become a cricketer.
Okay, very good. All the luck to you.
So
But
that
remember,
is, we have to play the matches. So we have to go abroad the.
yes, but you only when you can go abroad as a part of Indian team. So first of all, you have to become a part of Indian team, right? So that's a lot of hard work and dedication to become part of Indian team. All right. Now I would like to talk in general.
Yes, sir. When we go in the out of state.
Yes, Kashvi.
Yes,
Sir, I am fond
yes, sir.
of
When we go abroad the state,
One at a time.
we.
One at a time. Kashmi, wait. Divyam, yes, tell me.
Sir, I know some special tricks of cricket. So that when we go abroad the India, we have to speak our players with in Hindi because abroad the India, the players do not know how to speak Hindi and they can't understand. So we have to speak Hindi when we are playing the match with England and New Zealand and these out of India cities.
पापा ही मंगा रहे हैं यार आप लेके जाओ चैट्स मैंने पढ़ लिया
Divyam, I'm not clear what you want to say. I could not
Sir,
really.
he wants
I
to
want to
say,
say that
sir, he wants to say that the when we used to play outside, the people from other country can't understand Hindi. Like most of the people don't understand Hindi. So in the match, we should speak in Hindi so they can't get our plan what we have to do.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
I want to
That's
say this thing.
okay, okay. So I have nothing to say about it. Anybody else wants to talk about going abroad or any question about that?
Sir, I have no question, but I want to say something.
Yes, tell me.
Sir, I'm fond of art. I could do pencil art too, sir. What should I suggest?
No, you were planning to go to a foreign country for medical. You wanted to become a doctor. That is what you said in the beginning. Can you hear me, Kashmi?
Yes, sir,
Kash-
I can hear you.
So now what you are saying is want to know about pencil art.
Yes, sir.
So what do you want to know about pencil art? Actually, I don't know much about pencil art.
Ashwi, there is a lot of demand for artists and craftsmen abroad also. And best thing is that you can do some online free certificate courses also. Okay. So on Google, you will find more information. I don't know exactly about pencil art. In Delhi, of course, best degree is given by Delhi College of Art near ITO. Okay, but there are some online free courses. Those of you who don't want to study too much, and you can do, for example, coding online, get a certificate, and then go abroad. There's a
Excuse me,
physiotherapy you can do if you don't get medical admission, you can learn physiotherapy from a college, and then there is a lot of demand for physiotherapists in foreign countries, in advanced countries, because there are many old people over there. There's a lot of demand for young people who can work hard. It is not difficult to go abroad. Any one of you who want to go abroad, don't think
excuse
it
me,
is very
sir.
difficult. Some countries like Canada, Australia, they are very willing to take people who can work hard. Okay, and their wages are also very good. The minimum wage in foreign countries is around $15 per hour. So if you work for 8 hours, Divyam, how many dollars will you earn in one day?
What's up?
If the wage rate for simplest work is $15 per hour, and you work 8 hours in a day, how many dollars will
Okay,
you
sir.
earn in a day?
So we have get 1 hour $15.
How many?
$15 in 1 hour.
$120.
In 8 hours, how much will you earn?
$120.
No, I think 130.
Yes, sir. Wait a second. I'm
Around
telling you.
$130 you will earn.
Yes, sir.
in one day.
$120.
And $1 is about 80 rupees. So in rupees, how much will you earn? 120, 1200 into 8. Around 10,000 rupees you will earn.
Yes, sir. $120 we have earned in 8 hours.
80, and $1 is 80 rupees. So in one day you earn about 10,000 rupees.
Yes, sir.
So the rate is very good. If you work hard, you go abroad, there is a lot of demand for people who can work hard even in the farming sector over there. Nobody wants to work.
Sir, I want to become cricketer. So, sir, I want to become a cricketer. If I do hard work, so I will get lots of money.
So there is a lot of demand for sports coaches, etc. in foreign countries. you have to
Yes, sir.
get first a degree in sports. Now, Indian government has also opened universities for sports degree. You get a sports degree, and now we have signed agreement with countries like UK. They will recognize our degree, but you must be very good.
Yes, sir. I want to become first. I want to become a cricketer and play with
Lots of
play by
clubs
our
are there.
Indian team.
So okay, you
Yes,
become
sir.
a very
I
good
want to go in
cricketer.
the best clubs. Best club. You know the best club. Where is it? Is
There are many clubs in UK, Australia, New Zealand. Okay, right now you just
okay, sir.
become you at least try to play at the inter
Home
state
only.
level in tournaments.
Yes,
You
so
score.
first I will go in the state under 14, then under 12, then under 17.
Yes. Khushi, you were saying something?
So I was saying that
You just wanted to travel, not settle abroad. So, Jayaprakash, can you guide something about traveling?
So for traveling, first thing required is a passport. So you have to apply for passport to the government of India, and now it is very easy. You can do it online, and everybody can get a passport within I think less than a month. Once you get that passport, then whatever country you want to visit, you will need a visa. So you'll have to apply for visa to the embassy of that country or consulate of that country. Like in most of the embassies have their offices in Delhi and some of them in Mumbai and cities like Bangalore also. But Delhi has embassy of all the countries, and you need to apply there for your visa. There is a nominal fee for the visa. Some countries have slightly higher visa, some not. In some countries, you don't even require visa. On Google, you can see the list of those countries where you don't require visa with your Indian passport. So if you have an Indian passport, you can directly go there, and they will give you entry permit or entry visa at the when you land there. Of course, you will require a ticket to travel by air or uh, by ship also. You can travel nearby countries. Otherwise, you have to travel by air.
Stopped.
Most
No,
of the
sir.
countries issue their visa from there. You have to submit your passport.
Yes, sir. I have visited Connaught Place and I have seen there.
Yeah. Those of you who don't know may note that now you don't have to go to each embassy. Most of them accept visa application near Connaught Place at Shivaji Metro Station. Dr. Saab, could you guide them about scholarships that are available for studying abroad? For example, of course, very bright students get a scholarship, but do their banks give scholarship to non-citizen students coming from India, etc.?
Devesh, normally for undergraduate studies, it is very hard to get a scholarship. Very few scholarships are available, and every student has to clear an exam called SAT. So they have to appear that scholastic aptitude test, that SAT test, and based on the marks, they will get admissions. And some scholarships are there. Of course, they are very, very few. But in general, in postgraduate studies, there are more scholarship availability,
No, I
especially
was
in
asking,
the.
one is the scholarship that is given by the university or college. They are very few.
Yeah.
But I heard that banks give scholarship to anybody who wants to study for graduation.
You mean foreign
Do they
banks?
give it to only their citizens or somebody
No,
who has
you
taken admission?
no. You mean foreign banks giving scholarship or giving loan?
Loan, yes, student loan.
Loan, but
Yeah.
I don't think foreign banks will give loan to non-citizens.
Okay.
Of
And
course,
Indian banks give
yeah,
for studying abroad.
Indian banks do give a loan for studying abroad based on some guarantee from the parents.
Okay. So everyone should know, if you want to go abroad, you can get a loan from bank also, because higher studies are very costly in foreign countries, but you can get a loan. And Doctor, they have to pay only once they get the job. If they don't get a job, will the bank forego the loan?
I do not know the conditions in India because I have I mean, my younger times there was no facility like this. This facility is more recent for the last, I think, 10, 12, 15 years. And I really do not know much about the conditions. But since the guarantor is a parent, so I think parent has to repay in a fixed time frame.
And can a poor boy whose parents are not having a good salary or a good
Devesh, Devesh, my
property, can they
knowledge,
get a loan?
Devesh, my knowledge is very limited about this. So
Anyway, you can
maybe
all go to your bank, nearby bank, and ask the deputy manager or manager over there. There is an officer who is in charge of student loans, and Delhi government, for example, has assured that they will give loan to anybody who gets admission in an institute. So please remember this also. If anyone wants to take a loan for studying, even in India or abroad, you can get a loan from the bank, and you have to pay only when you have get a job. For traveling abroad, Dr. Saab, what precautions should be taken, and is there a lot of crime in USA now? We are getting lots of news about shootings and crimes by illegal migrants.
yes, the bigger cities, the problem is more. However, the tourist places are quite safe. And of course, one has to personally take care of his own person, his own self. Not get in touch with any shady character, or avoid trusting with your belongings, etc. Crime can happen anywhere.
Population density is very low in abroad. My relatives had gone, and when they were showing their photographs from there, I was noting even in tourist places there are very few people.
Yes, in general, it is not crowded like India.
They look very desolate. So if there are illegal migrants, etc., then you are very vulnerable to crime.
I will not say exactly, because every place is security is quite tight everywhere. I mean, you can see police and security personnel everywhere. Whatever may be the tourist place, you will find the police personnel, security personnel there. So in general, you will I mean, you must have heard a lot of stories about crime, but much fewer in tourist places.
I've heard that in distant metro stations, etc. Also, there are many robberies.
Yeah. Metro. See, there are certain part of the cities which are prone to crime. So one needs to avoid those areas.
Okay. Is it more dangerous than India?
So, some places in India it is like they will snatch your purse, they will snatch your chain and things like that. In here they will directly, I mean, physically hit you, physically harm you also.
Okay. And is there a racial profile in such crimes? Do whites also commit such crimes, or it is non-whites?
Some stories are there. I will not say it is widespread. Some stories, I mean, you must remember that about 4 or 5 years back there were stories in Australia. Off and on, you can hear some stories in US also. But in general, it is safe. In general, I will not say that there are problems, but incidents can happen with anybody, and sometimes you can, you can get caught in India also. You can got under some kind of a bad situation in India.
But police stations must be much better over there.
Surely, they are much better. They are much more helpful. They will try to protect you as much as they can.
Okay. Anyone else wants to ask any question? So the conclusion is, even if you want it to not settle, it's very good. Most of our students want to live in India. But Dr. Saab is suggesting you must have an experience if you get a chance. And you learn a lot by visiting.
There's no problem to work abroad, but like our land is our land, so it used like अपनी मिट्टी होती है and दूसरों की मिट्टी दूसरों की. So
there is a joy that we experience by belonging
there's
to
attachment with us. There's attachment.
Very good, Khushi. You have very noble sentiments, and we are really proud of you.
Thank you, sir.
So we end the session. Dr. Saab, you want to add something?
No, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, my only my advice is that
sir, I want to add something.
My first, Divyam, wait. My advice is that this countries abroad, UK, US, Canada, these countries have a great working culture. So everybody should learn that kind of working culture, whether we work in India or whether we work here, that everybody should learn.
Regarding working culture, I just wanted to confirm from you, most important positive feature I feel is that people don't do leg pulling so much abroad.
No, it is
jealousy and envy is much less, and
Excuse me, sir.
Frowned upon.
Devesh, in leg pulling or politics, etc., are always there wherever there are organizations. But what I'm saying is that dedication, loyalty to the work, you will, which we generally lack in our country, is very much prevalent here.
You have been principal here. That's why I was asking that the extent to which institutional goals are damaged because of leg pulling. And
yes, I know that. Here
is that less abroad, or is it the same level?
It's much less. You can't do that kind of thing here. You can't do that. If your colleague is doing something which is not which you don't appreciate, if you just report to the higher ups, they will be pulled up.
their connections won't matter.
No, those things hardly matter here.
Yeah.
That is what I'm saying, that work culture, loyalty towards the work, loyalty towards the institution, and the dedication, they are the significant factors.
Excuse me,
Yes.
sir.
Yes. Yes.
Sir, I have to ask one thing to Jay, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I was saying that, sir, you live in America. So, sir, can you tell little bit about American vegetation?
We get all vegetables and fruits, all. Name, you just name and I will tell you.
No, sir, I am not saying vegetable. I am saying vegetation.
Yeah, this country is full of vegetation, full of jungles, full of trees. The land is plenty, water is plenty. So there are lots and lots of forest cover, forest area, jungles, and people don't harm trees. So this country is quite green that way.
Do you have slums over there?
Somewhere probably I have not seen much, but I think there are some areas in the country where there are some people living in slum-like conditions. But I think maybe not more than 1% or 2% of the
Excuse me,
population.
sir.
If somebody doesn't have a home, is he given by the government?
Yes, I think the government provides the
Sir, I
security,
live in Dubai.
security of this type.
Okay. Yes, Divyam?
Sir, I live in Dubai, but nowadays I come at my nani's house.
Okay, very good. So you can tell about Dubai. How are the school? Are you studying in Indian school over there?
Yes, sir. Now I am studying in Indian school, but I know the agriculture of Dubai also.
Agriculture.
Yes, sir. How their schools are?
Okay,
How type of
very
schools
good.
are there? Sir,
So is there
there are some development. So that
Dubai is
the bus stop have the name of there are some division on the bus stop that this one bus come on this place and this one on this place. But sir, in the bus is of electronic.
okay. So when are you going back to Dubai?
Sir, after 2-3 months.
You are on vacation.
Yes, sir. I take vacation.
Okay. So you want to live in Dubai or India?
Sir, I want to live in India, but I have some problems said that I want to live in Dubai.
Okay, you have time to decide. So we conclude today's session. All the best. Good luck. Thank you, Dr. Saab.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I
Thank you
enjoyed
so
talking
much.
and I enjoyed talking and discussing. Thank you.
It is really useful. Thank you.